Kumquats. My name is Trixie Little. Welcome to the Temple of Happiness. We're here to do some yoga. Yeah. I love yoga, and I also love themes. So today's yoga class has a theme of snakes. So let's get started. Okay, Kumquats, let's start in a seated position, either crossing your legs or folding them up underneath of you. Take a big breath in as you roll your shoulders all the way back, nice and broad across your chest, and then let the shoulders drop away from your ears. Try to get some length in the spine by lifting up through the crown of the head and feel that the back of your head is lined up over your tailbone. And let your hands be comfortable on your lap and just close your eyes for a moment, relaxing the muscles of your face. Take a big breath in as you feel the rib cage fanning open, and then exhale, let the ribs relax. Take a couple of big exaggerated breaths like that, really expanding on the inhale, and relaxing everything on the exhale. And just one more, just like that, big, huge fanning out of the ribs on the inhale, nice full breath. And then exhale, relaxing. Just scan the body a little bit internally, noticing if you have any aches or pains today. Notice how the body's feeling, your energy level. Being aware of what you're working with. And then let's begin to move. So let's begin with a nice snaky move. Just go ahead and reach your arms out long in front of you. Sit your butt back towards your heels. Stretch nice and long through the fingertips. And then bending the elbows down to the floor. You're gonna lift your butt up, slide your chest forward. Inhaling through an upward dog. And then exhale, press all the way back again. Making a nice snaky undulation. You're gonna do this about 5 times on your own. So inhaling up. Exhaling back, really articulating the movement more and more each time. A little more open in the chest, a little more reach through your fingers. And one more. This time, tuck your toes underneath of you, press yourself back, come into downward dog. From downward dog, you're just gonna step your feet in towards your hands, hips width distance apart, let your knees be soft. Hang for a moment here in your forward bend. And then release your arms, let them be heavy, and you're just gonna roll up through the spine nice and slowly. Tucking your tailbone under, rolling shoulders back, and coming into standing. Let's do some sun salutations. Inhale your arms up overhead, interlace your fingers, release the index fingers, lift up through the chest, take a slight back bend if it feels good. And then exhale as you dive forward. Bend the knees if you need to. Inhale halfway up. And then exhale, step your right foot back into a lunge. Release that knee down. Untuck your back toes and inhale the arms up overhead. Really tuck the tailbone under so you feel good opening across the hip flexor on that right side. Lift up through the chest. Come into a nice, beautiful crescent shape. And then exhale, hands down. Step back into plank. Take some push-ups if you feel good. Otherwise, just lower down to chaturanga. You can always lower your knees too if you need to. Then inhale, upward dog. Roll the shoulders all the way back, broad across the front of the chest. And exhale, downward dog. Next, inhale, step your right foot forward. Release the left knee down. Really press yourself down with the back foot. So feel some pressure here, and then inhale yourself up, lift up through the chest, nice, and exhale, hands down to the ground, step the back foot forward, Inhale all the way up, lift up through the chest. bend back as much as you want. Inhale, back to center. Great, let's do it again. Let's do the left side. Inhale, arching back. Exhale, dive forward. Bend the knees if you need to. Don't pull your lower back. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step your left foot back. Release the knee down, press into the top of that back foot. Inhale yourself up. Arms by the ears, lift up through the chest as you press the hip forward on the left side. Good. Exhale, release the hands down. Step back to plank. Push up here if you feel up for it. Drop the knees if you don't. Otherwise, just chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Step your left foot forward this time. And nice inhale. Come all the way up. Most beautiful lunge of the day. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Back to center. Crescent Moon is next. Inhale your arms up overhead. Release the index fingers and cross your thumbs. Press your palms together nice and tight and squeeze the arms into the side of your head while you move your shoulders down away from your ears. Inhale, get some length in your spine, and as you exhale, just begin to fold over to the right. And imagine that you're really pulling the stretch from the outside of your left foot all the way through your fingertips. Tuck your right shoulder under and press forward with your left hip. Imagine you're on one nice, flat, even plane. Just like a snake bending over to the side. And then inhale up to center. Relax the shoulders again. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale, fold over to the left. Keep pressing the palms as tight together as you can. Tuck your left shoulder under and press the right hip forward. A nice long line folding over to the side. Strong side bending. And inhale up to center. Exhale, release. Inhale your arms up overhead. And exhale, dive forward. Bend your knees if you need to. Step your left foot back so you come into a lunge on the right side. Take a second to make sure that your knee is over your ankle so you have a nice 90-degree angle on your right leg. Get a lot of push out through that back heel as you sink the hips down. Place the left hand directly underneath the left shoulder, fingers spread wide, and then as you inhale, just begin to peel your chest open, stacking the shoulders. Lift that arm all the way up, and then twinkle your fingers. Really push down into that left hand to get more twist. And breathe. Each exhale, try to sink down in the hips a little bit. Really connect your breath to your movement. That's the whole idea. And then exhale, place your hand down, step back to plank, and just switch feet. So step your left foot forward. Check out your alignment on this side. Knee over ankle, really sink down in the hips. Press out through the back heel. As you sink down, you can bounce a little. Make sure your right hand is underneath your right shoulder. Begin to peel your chest up to the sky and twinkle your fingers when you get to the top. Each exhale, sink down into the hips, twisting deeper. And then release. Hands come down, step back to plank, lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Step that foot in. Inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, back to center. Eagle pose is next. Inhale your arms up overhead. As you exhale, drop your right arm underneath of the left. Wrap those arms like snakes. Try to get your palms together as much as you can, and then pull the elbows down to your belly button. Then bending the knees, shift the weight over into the left foot so you can bring your right foot up and over, tucking the toes behind the calf of your left leg. And you can kind of experiment if you want to bend the knees or stand up a little straighter. Play around with your balance, but squeeze your limbs in nice and tight towards one another. This pose really reminds me of snakes. Good, squeeze nice and tight one more time, and then release with an inhale. Exhale, drop the left arm underneath of the right. Work your palms down towards one another. Bring the elbows down to the belly button. Shift the weight over into the right leg. Inhale, left leg up and around. Squeezing everything in nice and tight. So your knees kind of come in towards the center. That would be to the left, and your elbows come over to the right. So you squeeze everything as tight as you can. Good. And with an inhale, release this side. Arms up. And exhale. Back to center. You're doing great. From here, place your left hand on your left hip as you shift your weight over into your right leg. Begin by picking up that left knee. You can just hold on to the knee for a moment, getting your balance. If this feels good, you're going to reach down for the outside of that left foot, flexing the foot strongly. You're going to extend the left leg out in front of you. Try to get it parallel so the heel is in line with your hip. If this feels good, then you're going to begin to open your chest up to the side wall and extend your arm out behind you. If you can, shift your gaze all the way around. And breathe here, focusing on your balance. Remember, you can break this down in stages, so you don't have to do the full pose. It might be too difficult for you today. So just go back to the first part. You can stay here with the knee. You can just stay here, facing forward. But if you're ready for the full pose and you want to try it, go for it. To release, just come back to the center. Shift the weight over into the left foot. As you bring the right leg up this time, reaching for the outside of the foot with your hand. Make sure your standing leg is nice and strong, and then as you exhale, just begin to kick that foot out in front. Press out from the hip all the way through the heel. If this feels good, begin to peel the chest open to the side wall, extending the arm behind you, and then shift the gaze for the full final pose. Come out of it with intention, like nothing ever happened. We're going down onto our bellies next. So inhale your arms up overhead. Take a back bend if you like. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step back to plank. Take as many push-ups as you'd like to here. And then on the fifth one, just lower down onto your stomach. From here, we're going to be doing snakes on a plane. So the first move, you'll bring your arms out overhead. We'll be lifting up this way, flying through the air like Superman. We'll hold that, and then as you exhale, you'll roll over onto your back. So we'll be doing some core work. You want to focus on pressing your tailbone flat to the mat. If you can keep your tailbone flat and lift your legs up, you'll do that. If you can only lift one leg up, that's fine, but you don't want to arch here, no space. Keep the tailbone nice and flat so you don't throw out your lower back. If you can get both legs up and add the arms, great. So we'll be flipping back and forth. Ready? Here we go. Inhale, lift everything up. Point those toes, reach long, lift high, and breathe. Take a big breath in, exhale, roll over. Make sure your tailbone is flat. If you want to kick your legs, you can. Next exhale, back to your belly. Make it count. exhale. Last set. Really push down with those abs. Push, 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 push. Work. You're gonna thank me later. And exhale. Release. Take a couple breaths. You did great. Bridge pose is next. So bend your knees, reaching down on either side of your hips to touch your heels, making sure that they're hips width distance apart. Press down into your feet, and as you inhale, lift your chin, your chest to your chin, placing your hands underneath of you. And hang out here. If you like to, you can extend your legs. Or you can keep your feet in, and you can release your arms. Press palms together, really push down into the arms. And lift the chest to the chin, and breathe. So, you advanced students, this is your chance to do full Urdhva Dhanurasana, or wheel. So if you're going into that, you're going to release your hands down, bring them up by your shoulders, come onto the top of your head first, and then press up as you inhale. And breathe. We're gonna do this twice. So the first one, you can kind of take it easy, move around a little bit. Whether you're in wheel or bridge, you're gonna come down nice and gently. Take a few breaths to recover, and then we'll do it again. You're awesome. Round 2. You're going for bridge. The options are supported with the arms underneath of you. You can extend the legs or release the arms. If you're going for Urdhva Dhanurasana, come down first. Come onto the crown of your head. And press up. And breathe. Think about pushing your chest out over your hands. Keep looking for your fingers, opening up those shoulders. And then exhale. Tuck the chin to the chest. Slowly release, pressing the tailbone down nice and gently. Come into a happy baby to release. Just waiting for a diaper change. In happy baby, you're just going to reach for the outsides of your feet, keep your tailbone flat on the ground, and then pull the knees down on either side of your body. And use this to reset the spine. So really press down with the tailbone. So go ahead and release your feet down. Lift your hips back up, supporting the lower back. Lifting one leg at a time, up overhead. Walk your hands down towards your shoulder blades so you lift your body up nice and high. And then we're gonna wrap our legs like snakes one last time. Starting with the right leg around the left. And really reach up through that left leg as high as you can, squeezing your legs in tight. And just breathe here. Don't move your head side to side. Just let all the blood drain out of the lower half of the body. And then switch your legs. Wrapping the left around the right. Reach up. One more big snake move with our legs. And breathe here. You can keep walking the hands down lower and lower. Then go ahead and release. Extend the legs up. And as you exhale, hinge at the hips. Your options here are to come into plow. So you can come into supported plow with your hands on your back. You can release the hands, interlacing fingers, wiggle them underneath of you. Press palms together. You can come onto the tops of the toes if you'd like here, or you can come right into Karnapidasana, ear pressure pose, bending
whatever's comfortable here. So you can squeeze the knees into the head. You can hold on to the calves. And just breathe. And to release, we'll come into happy baby. So grab the outsides of your feet and you're gonna roll down one vertebra at a time, nice and slow. Take one moment in happy baby. And then we're gonna come into reclined spinal twist. Wrap those legs again, right over left. Keep the shoulders flat on the mat and you're gonna drop the knees over to the left. Now turn your head the opposite direction. You can also place the hand on top of the knee and just breathe. If this is too much, just stack the knees like this. But the upper body is twisting to the right and your lower body is twisting to the left. And you're just breathing. And then switch sides. Left over right. Drop the legs over. Try to keep the shoulder blades flat. On this side, your lower half of the body is twisting to the right and the upper half is twisting to the left. And breathe here. It can be a very intense twist. I feel it a lot in the outside of my hip. But we're winding down for today. So enjoy. And then release. You made it to the end. It's time for Shavasana, the best part. So just come flat on your back and open your body up like a starfish with your palms facing up. You can let your eyes close. Let the breath start to slow down a little. Don't skip this part, it really is the best. This is where your body gets a chance to absorb all the benefits of your practice. So you're just going to lay in silence, repeating to yourself, I breathe in, I breathe out, for 3 minutes. Go ahead and close the eyes.
So to release Shavasana, just take a big breath in and let it go. Begin wiggling fingers and toes. Just stretching in whatever way feels natural for you. Eventually making your way onto one side, just pausing for a moment. Keep your eyes closed. And then press yourself up to the same seated position that we started in. Bring the hands together with the thumbs touching right at the heart. Just let your beautiful face smile. Acknowledge your practice today. Thank yourself for doing something so wonderful for yourself. And the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.